Hi guys, what day is it? Feels like I've been gone for like a long time. But hi Bond, welcome in. We're continuing Endwalker today. We're finally free from work. Yeah, so I have a day off to have some fun today. Yeah, 4 straight days of work. Uh, we did it. I pushed through, and we're here. Welcome in everyone. Yeah, I completely forgot what happened in Endwalker. So we're gonna be doing like a recap as well. Uh, yeah, I've been okay. Uh, I did get a haircut, even though it doesn't look like it right now. Well, like last week, before work on, and just I washed my hair this morning too. That's why it's kind of like a mess right now. I didn't want to put like product in it today, so whatever. But it'll look much better like in the next stream. I'm just letting it like completely air dry and just feel natural and just breathe a bit. But yeah. Yeah, as I said, we are starting or continuing MSQ 86 of Endwalker. MSQ 85 was a lot as well. And we're gonna go into like a recap of sorts before like we get into uh like the nitty-gritty of like where we are, like the outfit that we were wearing last time here, and the characters that we met because for the safety of like if there's like any potential lurkers here, like I don't want to reveal anything just yet. We're gonna do a recap, and then we'll get right into it. But yeah, that's why we're back in Temea mode here, of course. But this is a warning, of course, because we're gonna be going into MSQ 86. We're gonna go into the journal and review what happened because I had no freaking idea what happened last time. Where did we go? Before stream, I think I stopped right here. Yeah, because last time we had our date with Gratia, we were like wandering around Radzat trying to collect information. Like after we finished the Vanaspati dungeon, and we were trying to like to learn like what was happening like with the people who started like zombifying in a sense. Like their aether was like non-existent because we learned that the source of their transformation was like utterly feeling hopeless and despair. So let's see. We did deal with a lot in Thavnir, but let me just look this over. Grahatia would reconvene with your companions, so you would discuss all you've learned. With luck, they too will have information of their own to share. You share your findings with the Scions. The first transformation occurred before the sky... Yeah, before the sky began to burn. Strongly suggesting that the change could occur elsewhere without warning whatsoever. And that's like a really scary thought too, because like this could happen to anyone who's just feeling really depressed and hopeless too. Now that Zodiark is gone, because those seeds are in motion now to kind of transform into horrifying monstrosities now, very easily actually, and that includes us too. And like I do have a thoughts of like where we are currently right now in regards to that we will go into like later on. But let's see. We did have the next part of the Thavnir stuff in MSQ 85 was the fact that there was like some danger. There was like stuff happening in Palakistan, which was like the area that was cut off from Thavnir that we did not have a chance to go to. So let's see. The satrap appears to inform you that the threat within the walls of Radzat has been quelled. No sooner did he attempted to give assurance to his people than does the young fisherman Matsia rush to the scene. Yeah, everyone was gathered in front of the Megaduta. That Palakistan is surrounded by fiends. Fearing for the safety of her grandson in the village, an inconsolable woman falls into a panic. Consumed by an ominous black mist, she subsequently transforms into a beast before your eyes. You managed to subdue the threat, but at a great cost. This kind of triggered a chain reaction too, that everyone just started freaking out and just started panicking, and then like they started transforming too. In the midst of the battle, Arawan, the satrap, who was posing as the satrap, died in the midst of battle. Gave his life to save a young father. Devastated and demoralized by all that you've witnessed, you and your companions nevertheless resolved to make for Palakistan and save what souls may yet be saved. You journey with the twins and Matsia on the road leading to Palakistan, though it appears the way is barred by prowling beasts. While the twins keep Matsia safe in the shadow, you forge ahead to clear a path. Let's see. Yeah, we went over there to help people who were trapped. We destroyed some of the beasts there that have transformed. Clear away to Palakistan. You and your companions are confronted with a devastating sight. Dead and wounded lying strewn about, and tortured sobs and screams fill the air. It's basically a horror show of what was happening. Shaken by the tragedy unfolding before her eyes, Alize steels her nerves and resolves to aid the villagers who are still alive. She bids you to do the same and set off to offer what succor you can. Yeah, MSQ 85 was not pulling any punches either, compared to like 83. Most of the villagers you seek out are beyond saving. You turn back to Alpha Node, ready to discuss your next plan of action. When he laments those villagers who lost their lives, Alpha Node fears that many more may have been transformed into beasts. The carnage in Palakistan is only the beginning. Let's see. I think the quest after that doesn't really tell us what happened. Yeah. So more or less, we're here. We just start saving people. We learned that family, Karasath, his wife, and their young daughter, a baby, went missing. Yeah, what's his name? Karasath's wife, Meteon, and her daughter were still around the still around the forest, and we were trying to find her. And before that, we were helping people. And then she surveyed the dense jungle. Alize caught sight of someone being pursued by a giant beast. Whether or not the person is Meteon remains to be seen. You must give chase. Was indeed Meteon. Oh boy. Where you and the twins can slay her pursuer, the beast seizes the poor woman and casts her into the dark waters, along with her infant child. Yeah, when I saw that, that really shocked me. To see that happen. A woman and her child were just thrown into the water, by this monster. Again, Endwalker is not pulling punches. They're really going at it with the horrific stuff here. You find Meteon and know at once she has drawn her last breath. With yet another tragedy weighing heavy on your heart, you cast about the water for her child. Meteon's infant daughter appears to have miraculously survived the plunge. To save the child from drowning, however, you must swim to the surface and seek Alpha Node's aid. Alpha Node attempts to tend to the babe with his healing magic. Soon concludes that she will need a warm bed and rest in order to survive. The moment you're beset by more terrible beasts, entrusting the child's safety, return to an anxious yet determined Matsia. Yeah, so we gave the child to Matsia, and he went off on his own. Alpha Node takes stock of your current situation, observing that from what small comfort it might offer, the ill-fated Karasath and Meteon perished without being transformed into beasts themselves. Meaning their souls will return to the ethereal sea. Having done all that can be done, you and your companions prepare to move on. Yeah, Astinian saved Matsia as well, as he was trying to return back to Ranzat Han. Yeah, Astinian came in and saved him and joined up with us. Let's see. Before that, we returned to Palakistan. We met up with Nadana and Vitra as well. Hi, Wen. Glad to have you. How are you today? We're just recapping because after 4 days of work, I don't remember exactly what happened in Endwalker. But yeah, we were in Palakistan. We gave hot chai to the villagers, and we just kind of spent a moment trying to collect our breath and breathe for a bit. So much happens in Endwalker. Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing too. Like I've noticed with Endwalker. Endwalker is really, really dense and thick, like with story and just fun times. Probably compared to like all of the other expansions, honestly. Might so maybe on par with like A Realm Reborn too, like with the side quests, like with the number of quests. Like I don't know how many quests are in Endwalker compared to A Realm Reborn, but we're still in MSQ 86. That's after like how many streams already? This is like the eighth MSQ stream, and several of those MSQ streams that I've done were like 7 hours long of story. Yeah, so much. It's a lot. But I'm enjoying it, despite the horrible stuff we've been seeing so far. Alright, let's see. Okay, this was the moment that Vitra decided to like reveal himself to his people. More or less, I guess, coming out party. More or less revealing himself as a dragon. Hi, Allie. Welcome in. Let's see. Radiant Health Soldier. Wait, I skipped that. I went here. Why did I skip this one? Alright, with Palakistan having regained a moment's peace, you and your companions leave the village in the care of Nadana, Matsia, and the alchemists. You set off towards Radhathan, stopping along the way to meet Astinian. Astinian's relieved to hear you and the others have brought the situation at Palakistan under control. For his part, the Dragoon assures you that the immediate environs are free of danger. You put your mind at ease and make for Alzadol's path, where Thancred awaits. Thancred is glad of your safe return and is pleased to inform you that the threat within the city has been likewise quelled. He further explains that the citizens have been summoned to the square. A proclamation of great import is to be made. At your friend's behest, you promise to convey the news to those who appear uninformed as you make your way to the Megaduda yourself. Share the news of your proclamation with a young boy who had been hiding for fear of the beasts. Out of concern for Varshan, whom the lad considers a friend, he dashes off towards the squares. You two continue your way. You deliver word to the impending proclamation to a visibly frightened youth. Though reluctant to return to the site of a recent slaughter, deeply subconscious of any who might presume to assume leadership in Arwan's lead, he nonetheless heads off to the square ahead of you. Vitra descends from the sky and reveals onto them the secret, thus fulfilling Arwan's deepest wish and ending the long deception surrounding the satrap's true identity. The Great Worm's words resonate with the people, overcoming their initial surprise and skepticism. Gives them hope for Ranzat Han's future. The historic moment is soon interrupted when Fortuno and his colleagues from the forum arrive with shocking news. The star they live upon is dying, and he would assist the people in escaping it to take refuge on the moon. Which again is just completely like outrageous. I think I said this before, like this is really weird, like when some old dude just shows up, tells you like your world is dying and there's sanctuary like on the moon. They join us. We must go to the moon. But yeah, it's true here. Sharing his people's deep and abiding love for their home, Mitra promises he'll make no decision that binds them, and retreats with his guests to discuss the matter in private. Not moments after the worm and the Charlians had taken their leave, Nadana appears to share with you her latest theory that a force other than Aether empowers the blasphemies and the beasts, an energy called Akasha, which we were introduced to like much earlier too. Said to be influenced by emotion alone. You ponder the implications of this potential explanation as Nadana takes her leave and the congregated citizenry go their separate ways. Oh yeah, also too during that cutscene, we did take out the Elpis flower while this was going on, and I think it was like during the time when everyone just started transforming into the blasphemies, and the flower just started wilting and it just disappeared and died completely, which was not a good sign that things are going to be okay. Like, definitely not a good sign. Alphanet muses on how, despite all that's transpired, much remains a mystery to you about the underlying cause and fundamental nature of the final days. Is there truly no way to forestall the star's calamitous fate? If there is a way, where might such answers be found? One thing is certain, you and your companions will not give up hope until all possibilities have been explored. Okay, this was the moment that we met up and had we just met up and grouped up to have like some tea just to breathe a bit. Return to the Crystarium. Yeah, I think we all agreed at this point like to go our separate ways to kind of like learn more. Like Urianger is on the moon. The twins are going to do their own thing, of course, and then like we're tasked with going back to the first, which I was really happy because they didn't ignore the first in Endwalker. Like I'm really glad we went back there again to like it has plot relevance in the base game. And yeah, Graha Tia has something he wishes to give you. We spoke with Lena once we returned to the first. Oh, let's see. I think our plan was to our plan was to return to the first to talk with Elpis, who apparently, I learned this last time, was still trapped within the crystal tower. Like he wasn't deleted. Like I completely forgot. I didn't realize like he was not completely destroyed. He was just housed in the tower, just like a white Orosite was. Like what they did to Asians. Like the crystal tower was just more or less like stronger Orosite. So yeah, we sought his aid, consulting Elpis regarding the final days. Let's see. You used your borrowed spirit vessel to activate the Elegant Console, which locates Elpis's imprisoned essence and projects its image to the chamber. Though your erstwhile foe declares that the star is now yours to fight for. Bound as ever for duty, he agrees to share his knowledge. To your surprise, it was none other than Fan Daniel who shed light on the phenomenon of the final days. This was not the Fan Daniel that we knew as Amon. This was Fan Daniel, the person who took the office of Fan Daniel like years and years ago. A person named Hermes. He served as the chief of Elpis, a facility for the evaluation of creations, and was known as Hermes. Inspired by impossible memory of you in the ancient time and place, Elpis suggests you travel to Elpis in the past. He did instruct us. I do remember going back to this cutscene again. He did tell us that we don't have like any significance of interacting like with the past before. That was kind of something I kind of overlooked before like I saw the cutscene again, but since we're dealing like with time travel, like shenanigans again, and this is a Final Fantasy game, I am still worried that like yeah, we are in the past, but the risk I think is still too great for us to kind of like affect something down the line. Like with other time travel stories, like usually when a person goes like into the past, they usually kind of make things worse, I guess. Despite them telling us that no, don't worry about it, like you won't have like any influence at all in the past, you're gonna be fine. But then like I remember stuff like Alexander, like when we did like the last O or A12N, the final Alexander battle, like we had influence, and we actually went back to the past to save ourselves during like the cutscene before the raid battle, which is interesting. And let's see. So I'm just more or less worried that we're gonna have like some kind of significance here of like affecting like the past for the worse. And what I think maybe might happen is that we're gonna come here, something is gonna happen where we're gonna affect, and I don't think he's gone forever, but I feel like we're gonna find some way to affect Zodiark, and he's gonna come back at the end of the game, the base game, like in his full power, for some reason, just based on what we do here in the past. Like I just know, like I know, like I have a feeling that, like, don't confirm or deny anything. Like I just feel like we have not seen the last of Zodiark, and he's gonna come back in some way here, like to our present day, because the trial was fun in MSQ 83, but like, come on, this is like the villain that throughout like several, like the base game and like 3 expansions, that kind of like lauded Zodiark as being like the ultimate villain, and he just dies out, like he just completely dies out in like MSQ 83, the first trial. And he, keep in mind, like he is not at his full power just yet. And oh boy, I'm cooking right now. Like we're gonna do some shenanigans here, like in the past. Like I know they said that, oh, like you're not gonna, nothing's gonna happen since you're a spirit. But keep in mind that the people that we did meet here, like gave us like sentience, basically here to interact with stuff here in the world. I never played this game. What is Zodiark? But again, don't deny or confirm anything at all, please. But I just feel like we have not seen the last of Zodiark. Like we're gonna mess something up. We're gonna like step on a flower or something, or kill like a butterfly, and that's gonna like trigger something in our present day or something, perhaps. But let's say. You're hurling through the rift. It was nice to see like that kind of like cutscene again of us like just going into the past, kind of like similar to the first cutscene of Shadowbringers. Like it was really really cool to see. All right, we are indeed in the past, and more specifically a facility called Repeleon. Having learned all you can here, you decide to continue your exploration outside and make way to the exit. As you try to open the door, the inconceivable happens. 2 new arrivals emerge from the teleportation device, and who should they turn out to be but Hythlo and Emet. Yeah. Emmett's back. Due to their talent for seeing souls, they readily catch sight of you and his companion's insistence. Emet augments your aether and adjusts your size. We've more or less become a minion here in this world. We're just following these 2 guys here. Ah, Emmet Sulk. Yes. Yeah, like, are we technically a minion now? Now that we're just following Emmet and Hythlo here? Because they kind of called us like a familiar, and they're more or less like treating us like one. Kind of like a Chirithy in Kingdom Hearts. Let's see. Yeah, Emet augments your ether and adjusts your size. You seek out Hermes. You're taken aback to learn that your purpose is the same as theirs. Hythlo offers to serve as your guide, and together you head outside. Your breath catches in your throat as you take in the impossibly beautiful scenery of the testing ground creation of the Heaven's Edge, Elpis. Hythlo explains that Elpis is where living beings and certain arcane entities are bought for in-depth observation and research. Thus, your search for answers in the past begins, but to what manner the path may lead, no one can say. Emmett can call me whatever he wants. I will always come. No comment. Hythlo. Alright. They did give us some glam, so I think we can reveal that now. Yeah, so this is Elpis. Yeah, so now we got, we're now one of them, even though we're still technically a minion to them, apparently. Alright, let's see. Duly disguised and somewhat blending in, you set off with Emmett and Hythlo for the observation of Anagnorisus, where you ask someone to point you in the direction of Hermes. You learn that Hermes should be out conducting observations as usual. As the man's focus of late has been aquatic creatures, he's like to be found at one of the pools at the facility. You come across a man who fits Hermes' description. At his side is a peculiar blue-haired girl with avian features, who takes an immediate interest in you. Though she seems to struggle with her words, to your surprise, she can speak fluently and directly to you in your mind, and expresses her desire to be friends. Your companions join you shortly thereafter. Hermes introduces the girl as Meteon, a pet project. So, is she like the flying version of Eevee? Like the flying Eevee evolution? Meteon? Our flying Eevee? Like, I know it's the wrong, that's a horrible joke. I'm sorry. It's the wrong company. Upon learning that Emmett Selk has official matters to discuss, he bids you wait at the main building while he tends to the Ambrostomas under his care. He notices with a start that one is missing. That was the butterfly, wasn't it? Let's see. Yeah, after this we just did like more quests. We were just like getting a lay of the land of the area. Let's see. Yeah, Hermes welcomes us to Elpis. If you strike up an acquaintance with the man who will become Fandaniel, learning more about him, you hope they will find the key to the star's salvation. So hold on, let me see. Just realizing it. This is the same person though, like the same spirit though. Right? This is the same man who will become Fandaniel, like the dramatic Asahi Fandaniel Amon, right? Did they establish that? Because it wasn't a different person, right? The voice actor does sound... Do you want to confirm or deny? Not yet. Not yet. I'll continue playing and we'll see what happens, but I initially thought like they were two different people because like it was just so long ago, but so Hermes would become Fandaniel. So that would mean he would become Amon too, perhaps. Yeah, don't say anything just yet. We'll do more here afterwards. Yeah, afterwards we accompanied Meteon here. We talked to several of the people here. Hermes is ready to return to his duties. Alright, here. Yeah. On account of his conversance with the Celestial, Emmett Stock believes Hermes would be a welcome addition to the convocation. Assuming he's inclined to join. You settle in for more observation as the chief overseer of Elpis goes about his work. Having inspected the Ampelos to his satisfaction, Hermes will look on a creature that is reportedly having problems. The Charabidus. I cannot pronounce that. You make your way to the northern edge of Philomithes Nodos. You learn that the third generation is unable to fly due to its ethereal balance leaning strongly towards water. The observer in charge wishes to revert the specimen of its kind. Hermes is loath to give up on them, and offers to transform in order to guide the creature skyward. Proposal is met with shock and dismay. Transforming in public is considered vainglorious and unseemly, while Hermes is willing to bear the shame if it means saving the creatures. Emmet is not wholly unconvinced. It's then that Hythlo conceives of a solution. For this, he sends Emmet off with the Charybdis. Thank you. Hythlo conceives of a solution. He'll send Emmet off with the Charybdis, while you and the others remain to assist him with the necessary preparations. Wearing a conspiratorial grin, Hythlo reveals to you his grand plan, having Emmet assist the Charybdis. You're tasked with going to the man and making the initial plea. Say, I have a favor to ask. Please, Emmet Salk, to batter the man's bulwark of petulant defiance. Beneath the combined weight of your incessant nagging, Emmet Salk finally caves and agreed to assist the Charybdis. You tense to the creature. You enjoy a quiet conversation with Hythlo, who speaks of Emmet Salk and their mutual friend with great fondness and admiration. The tale draws to a close as the Charybdis appears to find its wings. Hythlo bids you signal to Emmet Salk that he would return to the ground. A simple wave should do the trick. While the observer is impressed that the Charybdis can in fact fly, he remains of the opinion that it would be better to simply have their concept adjusted. Hermes, however, is adamant that they continue to be given a chance to prove themselves a worthy addition to the star, and his underling acquiesces before taking his leave. Hermes declares that all present tasks complete. You set off together back to Anagnorisis. Observing Hermes performing his duties, you have gained some insight into the workings of Elpis, but thus far has uncovered no clear connection to the final days. For the sake of the star and all you hold dear, you must keep searching for clues. And we're caught up. That was a mouthful. Get some water. So yeah, that was a lot, just for MSQ 86. But yeah, I think we're ready to go here. I will say, like, my initial theories, of course, the Zodiark thing. I feel like we have not seen the last of Zodiark. We're gonna do some shenanigans here. We're gonna mess something up, like trip on a flower or something, or kill like a bee. And then not only that too, not just Zodiark, but I don't know if we're privy to transforming here because of the lack of ether of what's been happening in our world and our time, but we're going to be experiencing the final days. That's a fact that, like, I feel we're going to experience the final days here, like, live in person, and that's really worrying me here. And considering like how long each MSQ level is for story, we're going to be seeing a lot of stuff happen and go down probably. So let's get started. Hi, Meteon. All the creatures are happy. That makes me happy too. Yeah, time travel is never simple ever. Yep. Oh yeah, by the way, I do remember this. Prior to like us coming here, or like during when we first arrived here, we did see a shot of someone here who looks like a Hythlo. I just remembered this. We did see someone who was dressed as Hythlo, and I think that was Vanat, like the person who would become Hythlo's essence, her heart. So I think we're gonna meet her as well, and I think we're gonna. I feel like these guys are gonna learn the final days are here. They're gonna start the summoning for Zodiark, and then we're gonna see the summoning of Hythlo probably too. Because, like, it's Endwalker. It's like the last, like, we're here in the past conveniently, and I feel like that's something we're gonna see, and I'm really excited about that. But okay. Let's talk to Emmett. Also, welcome in, Chio. I'm tired. Leave me be. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. At the end, most of all. Alright. Hermes. Grumpus. Something seems to be weighing on Hermes' mind. Add a marker there. Tell me, Tamea, in the course of watching me, have you learned aught of value? Nothing so far, but I'm hopeful that will change. Dynamis. Dynamis seems promising. Oh yeah, we learned that, Akasa is literally named Dynamis. Like, that's the essence of, like, emotion. I'm not sure what I'm looking for, but I don't think I found it yet. Dynamis. Dynamis seems promising. Dynamis, you say? Curious that such an obscure phenomenon should be of interest to you. Chief Hermes, what good fortune to find you here. Is something the matter? The Ilakeon, I'm afraid it's done it again. No sooner did we release one for observation, than it set upon the nearby occupants, slaughtering them. Was the creature hungry, or somehow provoked? I just fed them myself, and the Okiupids were keeping a wide berth. The nature of the Ilkeon that is to blame, their innate viciousness. Temperament aside, it's an outstanding creation, perfect in form and function. Though it may not be suited for release, I have no doubt the Bureau will accept its concept for preservation. Did these guys just create monsters, not for the sake of, like, sending them out into the world, but, like, these guys literally are doing, like, a Jurassic Park and saying, like, oh, hey, we made an Indominus Rex, it's cool to look at, but we're not going to release it out into the wild. We're just going to keep it in captivity until eventually it's going to be released out into the world and kill people. Don't worry about pronunciation too much. Those names are insane. Okay. In any case, there's no point in postponing the inevitable. Doros will revert them all once paperwork is in order. That's not going to happen. I mean, they have the spare energy. Why not? Yeah, why not? Let's just make a monstrous killing machine in, like 2 Jurassic Park movies. That definitely worked out before. Where is the scene of the incident? Just off the path to the 12 Wonders. As you make your way, you should see it on the left. I don't know if Doros is still there, however. Yeah, nothing bad happens in Jurassic Park. Just cool dinos. Hermes, wait. If this is part of his work, then I would observe. We follow. Come along, minion. Okay. Yeah, in my canon, we're basically Emmett Selk and Hythlo minion. We're just following them. Also, maybe I could take out a... where's his minion at? There he is. And he's like, what is that? It's you from the future. I am a minion, but I am also... This is my minion's minion. But yes, they kind of just do this stuff for fun. Create stuff, and if it's violent, whatever. Alright, come on, Mr. Beaky. Yeah, nothing bad ever happens in Jurassic Park. Nothing bad ever happens in Endwalker. Yeah, everything is fine, Walker. I don't think chocobos exist yet here either. Well, if we step like on a leaf or something, or like a bug by Mr. Beaky, then, well, the future's up in the air, I guess. Meteon. It's heavy. Hermes' pain. Oh yeah, we learned that she's also like an empath. Like she's very like she understands people's like emotions and feelings too. Is she like a human essence of Dynamis? Because I didn't realize that. Yeah, she's kind of like the humanized form of like Dynamis, kind of in a way, like expressed like by feelings and emotions. Huh. I think we are too technically as well. The Okiopete is no easy prey. With its hooves and horns, it was designed to be formidable even on land. Yet they didn't stand a chance against the Ilkaon. A fearsome beast, this Ilkaon, but where is it now? The lacerations and burns are unmistakable. Ilkaon was indeed responsible. But the creature is nowhere to be seen. Doros must have taken it away. The man makes his base at the 12 Wonders. I shall go and seek him out there. It's an L at the beginning, not an I. Okay, thank you. Emmett Salk and I will search the area for good measure, just to make sure the Lycaon did not escape. My thanks. Let us meet at the 12 Wonders when we have finished. I will go on ahead. Please follow with Timea. Come, come, it's down this path and over the bridge. The Okiopete is no easy prey, with its hooves and horns. Okay. Hermes is like the head scientist of Jurassic Park. I guess for pterodactyls, if that makes sense. What was the main guy's name? Did they introduce us in Jurassic Park to like the main guy? I know it's John Hammond. Like he was like the overseer, like the leader of like the entire like compound though, but there was like actual scientists there. Like God, what was his name? Like he was in like several of the sequels too. Like they just decided to give this guy like importance in like Jurassic World and like the sequels after. That's what I thought. Alright. Bye, Emmett. There it is, the 12 Wonders. Hermes is looking for Duros. Let's look for Duros too. He's a man with long blonde hair, I think. I'll know him when I see him. Oh, okay. Nice. Alright. Also, Aether Current. To the west. Blonde-haired woman. If you're with Meteon, I assume you're on an errand for Hermes. What can I do for you? What can I do for you? Sorry, wrong person. We're looking for Duros. I see, we do have similar hair, so people often mistake us from afar. Hope you find him soon. not the dark-haired man, but let's just talk to them anyway. To get back and record today's results, I should finally be able to put that report to bed. Not Doros. His hair is long, but the color is wrong. Hey, that rhymes. If I recall correctly, it's kind of like a free-for-all study and do what you like. Just, yes, please do not destroy the ecosystem. Long blonde hair. Before we do anything else, let's... Damn it. There it is. Alright. Blonde-haired man. That's probably him, but let's see if there's an aether current around here first, because that's more important. Northwest. There you are. Alright, 2 out of 4. Not bad. So I'm horrible with scheduling because I've been working a lot, but I think we're going to do a stream Friday. I have today, tomorrow, and Friday off, and Sunday too, but I think Friday we're going to do more Aether Currents and Blue Quest here. I think I'm 1 level away from Bajda for the next story quest too, so I might do some Bajda too on a Friday. And then, like, once we finish the quests, the blue quests here, I decided not to do the role quest just because I want to get my Black Mage to 90 first, because I feel that's kind of like, I don't know, that would feel like special to me to get my first job, my first battle job to 90 as a Black Mage, the class that I started with. It's just like a sentimental thing for me. And then we'll do role quests afterwards. So like probably we'll get to 90 probably right before the base game like ends. So then that would be the time then we could just start working on the role quests all at once. Doros, that's Doros. Well now, if it isn't Meteon, what brings you here? Ah, I thought I heard familiar voices. I didn't realize you two had decided to help me search for Doros. Thank you. You're in charge of the Lycaons, I believe. Where are they now? Out in the fields in restraints. Frenzied as they were, I couldn't well return them to Kitsis. Once I've submitted my report, I shall see them reverted without delay. It's as he says, the beasts are indeed quite ferocious. You're one of the 14. What brings you here? Nothing you need to concern yourself with, as you were. I went similar for the last few levels of Endwalker MSQ for that exact reason. Started as Arcanist, wanted to end as it. Yeah. Yeah, it's very, like, sentimental, like, starting... Like, for me, the Endwalker is my level cap at 90, so... I want to start as a Thaumaturge Black Mage and end as a Thaumaturge Black Mage as my first job at 90. Nothing you need concern yourself with, as you were. We've heard the news that Lycaon slaughtered Okiopetes. The observer in charge, you're the opinion that they are not fit to be released. I am. Their abnormal aggression and exceptional strength make for a highly problematic combination. It appears not, where they are released, Lycaons would threaten other species and upset the natural order. Could it be that the specimens observed are an outlier? Highly unlikely. We created a good many of them, all exhibited the same tendencies. Even when we used Kairos to begin with a fresh slate, their behavior was unchanged. Kairos. A memory reconfiguration system. The chief himself created it. It allows us to erase or alter memories, that we may observe creations in different environmental conditions without needing to remake them from scratch. That sounds dangerous. They have this ability to do that. Let me snooze the ad. Quite impressive and potentially dangerous, depending on the intensity of etheric emissions. Vastradot may wish to have words with you. Rest assured, I've kept all values within prescribed limits. To prevent misuse, its applications are limited to those authorized by the Chief Overseer. Yeah, it's very immoral as well. Do not misunderstand. To manipulate a subject's memories is an intrusive act I deeply abhor, but still preferable to execution. I mean... okay. I don't think they care too much about that part. Come now, Chief, let's not be so melodramatic. What was born of ether is simply being reduced to its original state. I know the distinctions concern you, but we mustn't lose sight of the bigger picture. Making rational choices for the sake of a more prosperous star. Our creation cannot simply be properly studied even with the aid of Kairos. We remake it. A creation is deemed a detrimental existence, we unmake it. Tis all for the greater good, and none question the necessity of such routine processes. If we cannot find a Pokemon with perfect IVs and natures, we'll just release it. And just search for the next Pokemon. Hoping for good IVs. Sorry, Pokemon nerd here. Oh boy. Yeah. I understand these things, I do. I would never think to unleash a clear and undeniable threat unto the world. Yet insignificant though their individual lives may be, all next to creation, it is all the Lycaons have. Or grind them for candies, yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're hunting for Charmanders with the perfect IVs and stats, like all 10s in attack, defense, and what was the other one? Speed? It's been a while since I played Pokemon Go. Like attack, defense, and speed. Oh no, you're not perfect 10, so back to the candy grinder you go. Gods. If you insist, let me provide you with a full report. We may take it away from there. Bro nods. Would it be possible for us to attend the discussion that Emmett Selk may better carry out his duties? By all means. Pray, show them to the meeting room. Yeah, playing as gods. What's wrong? We have a duty to the star, this I know, but it doesn't mean we don't also have a responsibility to the lives we bring into existence here. Yeah. To man, other beings are just things to be used and controlled like magic. That's what Hermes told me once. Yeah. Level 87. Aw, no ability. Okay. Let's get this. Oh, the Black Griffin. Alright. So, I did need to skip ads, but we will take a break here, run ads, and we'll come right back. And we'll talk to Hermes again. But yeah, we spent a lot of time kind of recapping and kind of like going over like we recapped last stream, of course, but we'll be right back. As a reminder to get up, stretch, drink water, walk around. I will return in a few minutes, so be right back. Hi, we are back. Hello. It got very quiet all of a sudden. But hi, we're back. We're gonna actually continue MSQ after like the recap that probably took like 30 minutes. But let's talk to Meteon again. Something's bothering her, for sure. A sentimental gift. You needn't be an entelechy to feel the weight bearing down on Hermes. I fear this discussion may take a while, during which time time to cheer her up. Meteon, are you feeling unwell? It's not me, Hermes. It's you. I won't go to the meeting. I'll stay with Timea. Loath though I am to impose, may I leave Meteon in your care again? Sure. I got this. I'm in your debt. Now, excuse me. Aw. Give her head pats. Alright. Can you help me with something? The meeting will make Hermes sad. I want to cheer him up with a flower. Hermes likes flowers the most. Bought all the creations in Elpis. Most creations are expected to be interesting, or beautiful, or strong. Better in some way. But flowers are different. They're designed to suit our emotions, what we feel and want to convey. Hermes likes that. I can't make flowers, so I'll search for one. I want you to search with me. Let's start here at the 12 Wonders. Okay. We do need another Elpis flower because the last one kind of shriveled up and died, so that was awkward. It was really awkward. Vibrant purple flowers bigger than your hands adorn the tree. So big and bright, I love them. They may be too bright. You have to think of the recipient, that's what Hermes said. Alright, not there. Search elsewhere. Let's talk to you again. And observing the concepts that specialize in illusions, of course, can't you tell? Sure. Junkmonger. That's interesting. When do you guys have battle outfits here? Never mind. You guys are like a facility for like science and... Never mind, not gonna think about it too much. Oh, that is fucking sick. That's cool. It's tankier? It is. Oh, that is fucking nice. Wow. Okay. Alright, game. I see what, Excellent. Okay, cool. I just said I was gonna do MSQ, but I'm just glam farming right now. I'm sorry. Glam here is pretty sick, though. Just gonna look through these again. Eh. A ninja. Oh, it's a unicorn. That's cool. Yeah. Helm of the Behemoth. Pretty nice, pretty nice. I might get that Fending top buff later on, but we'll see. Tall, slender tree rises before you. You crane your neck to look for flowers. No flowers. If there were apples, we could have covered them in syrup. Let's head outside next. Don't worry, we won't wander far. Nod. An array of beautiful flowers grow in the bed, their mix of colors forming a pattern. These would be better for Hermes, but they're hedged in. Means we shouldn't touch them. They're either under observation or poisonous. Any other place should be fine, though. Let's keep looking. Are we gonna find the Elpis flower? Probably. Familiar plants. Set on a tall, thin stalk, the alley-shaped flowers mesmerize in its undulations. Oh, a conian, a flower that can move. When Hermes wasn't looking, it shot seeds at him. Not a good gift, maybe. But you're good, Timaeus, at spotting flowers. We'll find something soon. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna find the Elpis flower, perhaps. Oh god, there's a marble up there. Oh, that's terrifying. Like, it's not targetable. Wait, what's it doing there? Like, it's not a Fate boss, it's not a player. That's freaky. Oh, right there. Junction. You spy nothing promising nearby. At best, common-looking grasses with some few tiny flowers. Nothing around here. Ah. Over there, Timaeus, something big. Huge. It's the marble, isn't it? Yep. Hi. Hi there, my friend. How are you today? That is terrifying. Just walking up to one of these. Let's get closer, but not too close. I have news for you, okay? No, nice grass. Purple stench reminiscent of sodden old boots pervades the air. Without a doubt, the culprit is the marble-like creature before you. It's an Adonis. The things around its mouth look like petals, but the flowers are the orbs on its head. When Hermes inspected it, it swallowed him up. He didn't leave his room for days. What do you think, Tamea? Would he like it? Probably not the good sort of memory. I'll say I'd rather not go near that thing. So not this one either. Finding a good flower, it's harder than I thought. I'm sorry, Tamea. Can we search a little more? Maybe as far as the fields over there? Pick something after that, I promise. That's disgusting. Lush fields. Lush green fields stretch out before you, ending where the sky began. Aw, there's nothing. That shiny thing over there, what could it be? Is it the Elpis? Welcome back. We're just flower picking right now. It is. Yes, it is. I called it. Ooh, Elpis flowers. They're here too. Hermes likes and dislikes them at the same time. I'll make hot dogs tonight. Sounds delicious. Like me, they're enteleckies. Like me, they feel his pain and turn dark. That's only for Hermes, though. For others, they're always white and bright. Truly, the flower was dark in your home. And do you have it too? A dark emotion. Yeah, his name is Frey. I've known the pain and sorrow of loss. I felt great fury and frustration. I've been plagued by doubt and anxiety. I dare say I have a few. Pain and sorrow of loss, fury and frustration. Dare say I have a few. I mean, I don't want to say this one, because I had to pick the first one because my husband. Pain and sorrow of loss. I mean, this is the Warrior of Light's journey right here. Like, pain and sorrow of loss of like losing like our loved ones and friends, but I felt great fury and frustration just trying to like, with this one in particular, just feeling frustration of feeling powerless, like compared to like trying to save your friends who were gone too soon, like especially like as a healer, wishing you could do more. Down in anxiety, I would probably say like for Endwalker wise, like feeling like powerless, unsure what to do about the final days, and the anxiety of like possibly losing control again of ourselves and our free will, like what Xenos did to us. Because I've kind of like said this before, but we're dangerous. We're a living nuke. Like, we have the capacity to easily kill a lot of people. And if we're not in control of our own faculties and our own free will, then, like, as we've seen before, that's terrifying. I think like with Timea here in particular, just because of like the stuff that she's gone through like recently, I'm gonna say that down in anxiety. Just down in anxiety. I see. Hermes has felt the same, shortness of breath, the walls closer and closer. But only him, no one else feels it. Please, Timea, won't you lend them to me? You're down in anxiety. Oh. I want you to make the flower dark in front of Hermes. He's been in a dark place since before he created me. He needs to know that he isn't there alone. The others are sad too. Sure. Truly, you'll do it. Nod. Thank you, Timea. It means more to me than I can say. Can't wait to see how Hermes reacts. Let's go back and fetch him. Yeah, so far we're doing a good job just bonding with Meteon lately. Like, I've noticed it. Like, more so than Hermes or even Hythlo and him itself. Like, we're really like, bonding with her, with this Enteleki here. Also, more blue quests opened up. Yeah, in terms of that choice, just for the sake of like what Timea went through and how she felt, I'm trying to do like more like RP in a sense for this character, this Warrior of Light here. Because like right now she just felt a whole deal. She needed time to like recover from like a traumatic event, and so like she's still like she could still fight, but like she's not at 100% like mentally for sure. She still has like that little bit of that fear and doubt and anxiety within her. But okay. It seems they're still talking. Let's wait till they're finished. Alright, cutscene. Let's see what happens.
Hermes!
Hermes.
Oh.
Oh, you were waiting
you were
for
waiting
me.
for me.
You've finished talking?
That was delayed. Wow, I have not had this problem in like years. Like, how do I fix this? That's interesting. Like, is it the lag, perhaps? I'm gonna wait a bit here. Or I might have to like mute here. That's interesting. It's been a long time since experienced this problem before. Like, you guys saw that, right? Properties. Okay. Alright, let's see what happens here.
Yes. We've come to a decision.
Yes, we've come to a decision. I was not looking proper.
My thanks for keeping Meteon company.
Yeah, it's really delayed here. I'll fix it after. Try to fix it after.
Emmett Selk and Hythlo have already retired to their rooms. There is room for you too, if you would follow me.
I'll have to
Wait,
read afterwards. I guess I'll have to turn voices
show
off,
you
perhaps.
something first.
Okay, if I reset the game, if I close the game here and I restart the game, would I be able to restart this cutscene from the beginning? Like, I know that Notice did it too, like, beforehand. Is it possible here? Because I kind of want to reset the game. Like, if I just, like, the beginning of the cutscene, I kind of want to do it here. Hi. Let's see if this works. Okay, so far it sounds synced with the game. I did do a test earlier. Yeah, I did do a test earlier, of course. Like, I always do tests, like, at the beginning of, like, stream, but it's just weird. Yeah, the last time this has happened was all the way back in A Realm Reborn. Like, when I was, like, going to, like, Gridania for, like, the first time. The, uh, the, uh, the voices were really delayed for a bit. I think it fixed itself, like, afterwards, but... Oh, that's pretty. That's a pretty, visual there. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's do that again. If not, then I might need to restart my, capture card, perhaps. We'll see.
Hermes!
There we are. Perfect. Okay. Crisis solved.
Oh, you were waiting for me.
You've finished talking?
Also, I do think, yeah, probably is the same Van Daniel Hermes, because the voice actor sounds the same.
Yes, we've come to a decision. My thanks for keeping Meteon company. Emmett Selk and Hythlo have already retired to their rooms. There is room for you too, if you would follow me.
Wait! I want to show you something first.
Elpis flowers?
Go on.
Purple.
Ah,
You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not alone.
I see Meteon has shared much with you.
Yep.
May we talk a moment?
Hmm. Aww.
I do not think it wrong that we live for the star, that we strive to make it a better place. And yet, in carrying out my duties here, there are times when I am plagued by doubt. Do you recall what Hythlo said when we first spoke of my nomination? Death is the privilege of those who have fulfilled their purpose, a choice they embrace of their own free will, and when they depart, it is always beautiful. Perhaps it is, but only for man. Creations that he deems useless are discarded with nary a second thought. Some scarcely born into the world, afforded a handful of breaths before life and potential are abruptly extinguished. We make an effort to spare them the pain, but they sense what awaits. Rage and anguish and cower and fear, and it is not beautiful. But no one cares. No one. So fixated are we upon the duty that we do not pause to question the method. Pain and suffering, confusion and despair, writ plain in the eyes of those poor creatures. Yet no one sees. We turn a blind eye and carry on in blissful ignorance. Not amiss. And always, always the blossoms shine pure and white. A contradiction so blatant I could scream, want to scream. How can you all accept this aberration? Then I wonder, am I the aberration for thinking thus? And I am filled with dread. But now I know I'm not alone. Not the only one for whom the flowers weep. I won't ask what you thought as you kneeled beside the Elpis, or if you only did it at Meteon's insistence. Nevertheless, I thank you. To know that you too have experienced suffering is a comfort.
Yep. Oh, I could tell you about all the suffering. We're not gonna go with this one. Let's have no more brooding, eh? You're not alone.
Indeed. Difficult though it may be, I must endeavor to be strong like you.
They have to sense something at this point that we're not just a familiar. We're not Azem's familiar here, because considering that what we just showed them, like, the wheels like have to start turning at least. He's not supposed to have eyes this pretty. Yeah, he does. Like, they had to suspect something about us, that considering like
Stars in the
how he
heavens.
turned the flowers purple.
Know you what they are?
Gas.
Though it is too far to tell, each glittering light could be a world not unlike Aetheris. A world filled with life. So many stars, so many lives. For us, there may be no higher purpose than to live for our world. But what of the other living beings out there?
Mm-hmm.
What is it that gives their lives meaning? That drives them day after day after day? To pose that question to our undiscovered cousins, I created beings of dynamis, who can traverse the vast emptiness between the stars. Meteon and her sisters.
Her sisters.
Aye, sisters. She has a great many of them, and they have already departed on their journey, traveling to one star and then the next in search of life.
The Warrior of Light Hermes shippers are very graphic. Interesting. These two are legit fanship? Huh.
As one might expect, exploration on such a grand scale is rife with difficulties, and thus far I've naught to show for it. But I have faith that we will make some manner of discovery ere long. And when we do, I should be glad to share our findings with you, in gratitude for your kindness.
Sure.
It's getting rather late. We had best find our beds. It would not do for both of us to be sleep-deprived on the morrow. Come, Meteon. Let us head back.
All right.
Strange, we've not met Vanat yet, still here. We did see her earlier. Right. Yeah, but that's something, huh? So people actually ship the Warrior of Light and Hermes. The prodigical familiar returns, and after causing all manner of trouble while we were not meeting, I'm sure. Don't act like you never caused trouble before, or will cause trouble. We're able to get some rest. Please, do not hesitate to let us know if you're feeling tired. I worry we might exhaust your scarce reserves of aether. I'm glad Hermes saw the flowers. Thank you, Timea. It will help, I hope. Today will be difficult for him. Alright, let me actually just go through the journal here. I want to read some stuff here. Oh, not yet, I guess. I swear to God, there's someone out there who ships the Warrior of Light with any given NPC. Sometimes can't, but still do. Okay. Yeah, that was kind of like a stupid question to ask. Like, oh, they ship Warrior of Light with Hermes? I'm like, yeah, there's a ship for everyone. Yeah, dumb me asking that question, but okay. I don't know, that cutscene was really good. Like, it was a really good kind of like development for Hermes here. Like, I'm kind of like convinced like now this is like the same guy who would eventually become like Amon and Ascian, or an Ascian, and then Amon, and then Daniel as well. But I've seen Fix, the Warrior Light, and Varus, so Scalvis. Oh, that's okay, yeah. Alright, what next? Verdict and execution. Hermes appears solemn and sorrowful. An all too brief interlude, perhaps, but it's time I attend to my next task. Am I getting drop frames? One sec. Just wait it out. Yeah, sorry about that. That was weird. Are we all good now? Are we good to go here? I'm just giving it like a minute or so just to like it fixes itself. Like, how are we all doing today? Like, how are we all feeling? Like, how is stream? We good? All right, I did reset the stats on OBS, so we'll see what happens here. All right, so far all zeros. Seems okay. All right. I am worried about like a delay for like the VOD, but if need be, I'll I am converting my VODs to YouTube, so I think I'm probably gonna have to like go back and get the recording that I am recording here now, and just go back in and edit it and upload it on YouTube instead of transferring the VOD from Twitch to YouTube. But it's more work for me, but it's fine. Like, I have free time now, thankfully. But okay, sorry about that. Let's continue. An ultra brief interlude, perhaps. Or hold on. An ultra brief interlude, perhaps, but it's time I attend to my next task. As Emetsalk and Hythlo are aware, we reached a verdict regarding the fate of the Lycaons. 7 were created for observation, and all 7 must be unmade. Doros has followed the correct protocols, and as chief observer, overseer, I can find no fault in his judgment. The Lycaons would disrupt the natural order, ravaging and consuming other species until they themselves starve and perish. They cannot be released into the wild, and they cannot be allowed to remain here in Elpis. I intend to petition the Bureau of the Architect to have the concept preserved as a restricted purpose hazardous life form. Hythlo has pledged to support me in this endeavor. Yet whatever the Bureau decides, the existing Lycaons have served their purpose. Doros has already isolated the creatures and is preparing to carry out the necessary measures. I'll join him forthwith. It is my duty to witness the conclusion to this study. If you are resolved, then we have but to accompany you. Of course, let us be off then. Return to the main aisle. Yeah, while the disconnect was happening, like, I am also recording at the same time, so if there's like any like lags in like the Twitch VOD, then I could just upload and edit the recording on Premiere and then just upload it to YouTube for when like the VOD will be scheduled to go up then. And yeah, it's more work for me, but it's fine. Also, consider following my YouTube. That's where the VODs are, instead of Twitch, because Twitch is stinky with the VOD limit. A decision I still think is freaking dumb. Like, all of those memories and VODs on the Twitch channel, just gone like that. Doros, are you hurt? What happened here? They caught me off guard. I had them bound with ethereal shackles, but they became frenzied, even more so than usual, and broke free. I was able to stop 4, the other 3 escaped. I see them. 2 have taken to the air above the 12 Wonders. The last is up ahead, lurking in the fields. You and Timea handle that one. The pair in the sky you can leave to me. Yeah, Twitch does suck. If this is how it must end, then so be it. I will render assistance to Emetsalk, unneeded though it is. Meteon, you are to stay here with Doros. But Hermes... The Lycaons must be reverted. I would spare you their pain, and mine. This is my burden, not yours, but if you're intent on helping, then please follow my lead. Oh, we got the sinister music now. Never mind my wounds, they're easily healed. It's the Lycaons which concern me. Stay with Hermes, Timea. He'll need someone when the time comes. Okay. Yeah, Hermes really... Yeah, Hermes does not like here he has, like, compassion for, like, other creatures. Like, compared to, like, his peers. Like, he doesn't want to see, like, other creatures just be destroyed outright or be reconfigured or whatever. Oh, there's one of them. I appreciate your help and lament that is necessary. There it is, our quarry. Within striking distance at present, but it feels threatened. It may well flee beyond our reach. Here's my plan. You will approach slowly, in full view, and draw the Lycaon's attention. I warn you, its abilities are as fiery as its temperament. Once it spots you, it will unleash orbs of flame. Fear not, by my measure you're more than equal to the task. Withstand the onslaught for a few brief moments. Now give me time to catch it unawares. Let us begin. So don't attack, I guess. Probably gonna do this wrong, but let's see. Alright. I guess you do need to kill these things, perhaps. Okay, so it was just kill them.
Now.
I like that staff, by the way.
Oh. Forgive me. Please, forgive me. May you and your kin find peace. Wherever your souls may drift in the underworld, may you find tranquil seas. Be not forgotten, in concept endure, to reclaim form and one day live again. Serve not the star, or any purpose save your own. Live again, if that be your desire. Hate, if that be your want. We are worthy. But leave your suffering behind. Lay down your burdens, be born anew. Fly high, fly free.
Join the convocation, Hermes. You do not belong here.
Leave to replace another. To be replaced. It changes nothing.
Oh, that was Fandaniel
Tell
right there.
Do you think it right that we sacrifice all these lives for the sake of the star? And when the star has reached perfection, what then? If all who are satisfied choose to die, shall we all die in satisfaction? I do not know. Were I to take up the seat of Fandaniel, it would be tantamount to approving my predecessor's death. I do not know if it is right. And to be torn by such thoughts, I do not know if I am fit to represent mankind.
Hermes! Please don't be angry. It hurts so.
Forgive me. If you would still consider me in spite of everything, I beg some time to gather my thoughts. Meanwhile, Hythlo, I fear I must trouble you to attend to the others.
'Tis no trouble at all. Take as long as you require.
And you, my friend, I pray you find that which you seek.
I expect we have some few matters to discuss. Shall we return to the 12 Wonders for a time?
Aye.
Is it me, or is like a strand of Emmett's hair like a different color? Huh. Which meant probably like the lighting here, because it's at nighttime technically, but I kind of noticed that looking at that cutscene. Let me see. Don't mind me, I'm gonna look at your pores once again. Hi, Emmett. Okay, so like, do you kind of see that a little bit right there? It's probably like the lighting, like right here, it's like blue, kind of. It's probably like the shadows here and like the nighttime, perhaps. It was like that, like right here, but yeah, it's probably like the lighting, I guess. I don't know. All right. It's been quite an exciting visit for you thus far. Oh, you weren't injured, were you? Good, good. The other Laocoons have been taken care of. The incident is resolved and life in Elpis continues as normal, or ends as the case may be. Rationally speaking, I understand Hermes' argument. No matter how well deserved the rest, there's no pang of sadness when a colleague leaves us. Yet never has a departure caused me such grief as Hermes appears to feel. What must it be like to experience such torment? If only you knew. Oh wait, you do. Alright. Let's get this for us. Oh, those are nice. Let me dye those. Is everything still good on my end, stream-wise? Like, everything okay? I guess no lag or anything? Like, I did drop a few frames here. But okay. Do that. And then do this. Okay, so Yeah, we're gonna have to do another ad break here. I'm sorry, but we come back, hopefully everything will stabilize completely here. We won't have like any other like annoying like disconnect issues here. But yeah, we'll come right back. We'll talk to Hythlo and resume MSQ. So I'll be right back. Hi folks, we're back. I did have to wait a bit just to see if everything stabilized. Also got something to eat on because I'm a little peckish here, but we're back. It does look like we're kind of having no issues, which is thankfully good. But yeah. Speaking of like the PS4's age and all that, I'm kind of having thoughts about potentially. My goal for next month is to try to make it to Black Friday and get a PS5. I am working, I am making money, but at the same time too, appears to be fine. Okay, thank you. I'm kind of juggling the idea maybe of buying the game again, but this time for my computer. If I do that though, I'm gonna lose my free trial status. I might lose my free trial status though. So I'm kind of like debating whether or not to kind of like should something happen if I want to play the game, but then again though, like I am making money, I am working a job, so I am getting money in to pay for the subscription. Do I really want to lose my free trial status and upgrade the PC? The free trial game that I play is on Steam. Can you buy the game over again and not touch the Steam version? I'm kind of wondering if I think that's possible to do. So maybe just have two versions of the same game on one computer, perhaps? I run the game on both Steam and PS5 with the same account. I would make a new Steam account. Yeah, but if I get the full game on Steam, though, would that, make it with the PlayStation account? Because I kind of heard that you could buy the there's a Windows version of 14 kind of separate from the Steam account. I kind of don't want to touch my free trial game and my free trial characters. That's kind of like what I'm worried about. But at the same time too, maybe should probably upgrade them, I guess, to the full game. Like if we're gonna have like more disconnects like this too, and like audio and lag issues, then I guess I could also just brave it out, I guess, until November too. But whatever. We'll just pray that I won't have like any future issues, but whatever. Like it's not the capture card because the capture card's still brand new too, but all right, sorry about that. Let's continue then, I guess. It would be nice though to see Andromeda go through Shadowbringers and my Lala. MSQ 87, okay. We've moved on. Travelers at the crossroads. Hythlo wishes to discuss the remainder of your visit. Also, question mark, question mark, question mark. So, MSQ 87, there's a dungeon in this MSQ section here. I do it because even if I do not play a PC, the sub has localized prices to my location. Okay. Yeah, here it's it's like $12.99 for like the basic and $14.99 USD, US dollars for like more characters, I guess. Hythlo wishes to discuss plans for the remainder of your visit. So it's cheaper for me to buy the game twice and pay through Steam than pay through PlayStation Network. Okay. I wonder if the prices are different on Steam. I'll probably have to look that up. Where to now? If there's anywhere you would like to visit before we leave, I should be glad to show you the way. Hermes has not yet outright refused his position with the convocation, merely postponed the decision. As such, I may as well resume my assessment. If we cannot accompany him, then I will content myself with questioning his colleagues. Ever the pragmatist, then allow me to remain your humble guide. And I will be your minion. And what of you, Timea? Will you continue along with us? Nod. I will be your minion. Wonderful. Our fellowship travels on unbroken. I say we explore another part of Elpis and see what new encounters there are to be had. If you would follow me, we must head back towards Anagnorisis. Are they gone? Okay. Alright, let me just get rid of the astral and umbral orbs here. Alright. Let's go, Mr. Beaky. Also, I think the main reason why the audio kind of clips in and out here is also because of the PS4. I don't think it's an OBS issue after all. So I think it's just the PS4's age, I guess. The localized sub price for my country through Steam is the equivalent of $6. Ooh, okay. Very good. Hi guys. Didn't we part ways with Hermes not far from here? Given the size of Elpis, I expect our paths will cross again before long. From here, we follow the path northwards to Nanontius. There we'll find one of the Neas which facilitate travel between the islands of Elpis. First-time travelers must be accompanied by someone with the requisite permission, which I have previously been granted. We only need to use the device together once, and henceforth you'll be able to leave. You will have leave to use it freely. Shall we? Okay, so hold on. Let me look at the map. So is this area down below? Huh. Okay. Is this all of Elpis? When my PS5 went to repair, I played the game for 2 weeks on PC. It does look better, but playing games on PC is such a chore. With me though, controller, I've had no issues with controller on PC games. Like, I played my free trial characters on controller, so it's probably not a big change for me. The only difference I'm gonna say playing on PC compared to PS4 is the fact that the PC game runs much faster, and honestly it just looks better compared to playing it here on a potato PS4. Hythlo Emetzelk. Unless the need is pressing, I want to be tracking Hermes with my ethereal sight. 'Tis poor manners to spy on someone's comings and goings in such a fashion, so don't ask. 'Tis poor manners to spy on someone's comings and goings in such a fashion. That's really ironic coming from you. Mister, I'm gonna watch from the shadows as you go to Ratika Greatwood. And, most of us Shadowbringers. If I only had one choice, I would still go PS5. Consoles are way more practical. I just turn them on and you're on the game. I agree with that. Social conventions notwithstanding, perceiving Hythlo requires deliberate and intense concentration, and we otherwise keep our eyes on the corporeal world. Here we are, Nonotius. The Neas will take us to Calaminius Zephyros, the western island. That's it right there, looming large over us. Step this way and we could soon admire the view from above. Also, streaming the game and streaming on Twitch on one PC would increase like the load time too, for sure. My PC is already as old and unstable enough as it is. Also, we're not on the surface. Okay. So we're just still part of this landmass.
I present to you Calamelios Zephyros. Here you will find a number of testing facilities, as well as the observation hub of Poiton Oikos. Right then. Let's begin by... Well, well. An Arrhaeus. How delightful.
Is that Ziggy? Or like his ancestors?
And what, pray tell, is that?
Ah, that's a new species of shark. We approved the concept but a few days ago. Sharks are among the most popular sea creatures. Rare is the day when someone does not submit a new concept.
Blahi.
At first, they were largely orthodox, consideration given to such things as size and environmental impact, and then a whimsical someone thought to bestow it with flight, another superior intelligence. And then the floodgates burst, concepts with multiple heads, or arms and legs, and so on and so forth. It was getting absurd. A part of me wanted to tell them to go away and find something else to create, but in the end, I couldn't deny their
Will you
passion.
shut up?
Here we are.
That's interesting. There was no text box there. That was badass.
That was too close. Are you unharmed?
Vanat, right?
Well now, if it isn't a pair of familiar faces.
Banar, we
Yeah.
should meet you here.
Vanat. Also. Yeah. Putting two and two together to now.
As I mentioned earlier, the better part of the convocation holds that when we retire is when we return to the star. Well, she is not among said majority. Even after stepping down, she carries on with her work.
Mommy.
Vanar is her name, and she is the previous Azem.
Whoa. Yeah, look at our face, like Tamea's face, and mine, like... Like, that's a revelation. She's a Zem too, previous.
It has been a while, Hythlo. You look well. Less so, Emmet Selk. I dare say the lines upon your brow have both deepened and doubled in number. A shame for one so young. You must make an effort to frown less often.
Ugh.
Easier said than done, thanks to your unruly successor.
How is she, if I may ask?
Okay, so she was the previous Azem. So the person who took over Azem, was that the same Azem who helped us in Shadowbringers? Or like Azem's legacy from the crystal that she had? Oh, don't answer that. I'm cooking.
Incorrigible as ever. Rushed headlong into a volcano on the brink of eruption just the other day. I should be glad to share the tale in its entirety later, if you're so inclined.
Also, are we gonna meet the new Azem? Because that would be really cool.
Oh, you know I am. Now then, you are?
Yeah. Hi, Mom. Yeah.
I say, have you perchance come from the future?
She just outright says it. Like, damn. Yeah, probably not supposed to say that in front of these two.
I do not believe we have ever met, yet I sense my magic upon you. Therefore, if I wove the enchantment, I could only have done so at a later point in time.
Isn't this technically like altering the future in a sense? Like, aren't we not supposed to be doing this? Is that okay?
What manner of magic is this, if I may ask?
A traveler's ward, of course. It prevents the corruption of one's ether.
The blessing? Yeah. Does it protect you from enthronement of primals by any chance? The Traveler's Ward. Prevents the corruption of Aether. Okay. That's like a different approach of how they described, how she described it. That sounds rather like the Blessing of Light.
I see you are not ignorant to its presence. And while there are many protective spells, the one you bear is unmistakably mine.
Hold on. From the future? That's absurd.
It's true.
What is it? Are you unable to speak of the matter?
Yeah.
The reality to which you must return exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present.
Okay, I'm glad that they went back to that. So no matter what we do here, apparently, we can't change anything.
So, your actions here will not change your history, but they may yet affect the course of ours. How very exciting. I'm quite fond of delving into the unknown, and there's naught more unknown than the future. Until a moment finally arrives, we cannot know for certain what will come to pass, regardless of our supposed foreknowledge, so you needn't worry for us. More importantly, That you should go to such great lengths as to travel unto the past bespeaks the gravity of your quest.
Yeah, shit be burning down. I mean, honestly. Yep. It's really bad.
Will you not reveal it to us? Mayhap we can be of aid to your cause.
Sure, except not him. Should we, I guess? I mean, he is kind of like... He did technically become our ally in a sense, too, when it was all said and done, but he did shoot Grahatia, Exarch. And from what I could tell, he also did kind of help us, too, with the, He did help us with the, Seed of Sacrifice. I'm conflicted on Emmett, honestly. I guess so. Like, these three here are, like, the main central figures, like, of our journey up to this point, honestly. So I guess, so, if it's not gonna change anything, ultimately.
If this is true, then you've been keeping quite the secret to yourself. As a representative of the Convocation, I will hear it all. Your identity, purpose, everything.
Aye, aye.
Why don't we move to a place more conducive to calm conversation? I've been working here for some days now at an old friend's behest. If it is agreeable, we may make use of my accommodation at Poiton Oikos. We were meant to meet. I am certain of it.
Yeah.
Else I wouldn't have marked you so clearly, and sent you unto myself in the past. It's precisely the sort of mischief I would get up to. And quite inspired, if I do say so myself.
She has a playful streak. I like that. Kind of like a mischievous kind of streak, too. She also kind of reminds me of Retsu Unohana from like Bleach, like a very motherly kind of figure from like if you like watch or read Bleach before, like she's one of like the 13 captains of the Soul Society. Like her past was a mystery until like recently revealed that she's capable of like destruction and can fight really, really good. But she also kind of nurtures like she becomes a healer like later on in life. Becomes like a healer, like a motherly figure. But there are like dark reasons too, like why she does that. But like she had a very she was a fighter like in a previously, but she just reminds me of Unohana from Bleach. Not as bloodthirsty though, for sure. And there I thought you were a harmless stray familiar. As far as I'm concerned, this nebulous task of future this and changing history that can wait. First, I mean to find out exactly who you are and what you hope to achieve here. The future, our future. I'm deathly curious to hear more. My apologies, but before we move along, a colleague has tasked me with a matter which I have not yet leave unresolved. It involves finding a certain concept engraved crystal. Finding a certain concept engraved crystal, and the quick-fingered Aureus which made off with it. An Aureus, you say? I think we might have seen the culprit before being distracted by that business with the shark. Would you like to follow its ethereal trail? That, of course, would lead us only to the Aureus. There's no guarantee that it hasn't dropped or stashed away the crystal you seek. Please, even if that much would be enormously helpful. While you were hunting down the thief, I could follow behind and scour the forest floor, just in case. Could I ask you to join the search? I would appreciate another pair of eyes to cover the land to the west of here. Many thanks. There's a small bridge leading to Pointen Oikos. Let us meet up there once we've exhausted our efforts. Okay. So, yeah, that was that was huge. That was a lot. Just getting the reveal of a knot here. Oh, to the south. Down here. There it is. Concept crystal. Found it. Oops. Also, judging from the pattern of how this expansion is going, MSQ 83 was a lot. MSQ 84 was like a brief respite in us playing with bunnies where we could breathe. MSQ 85 in Thavnir was painful and more gut punches to our feels. MSQ 86 was a nice breather, being introduced to these guys. So MSQ 87, I'm assuming, is gonna hurt very badly. It's probably gonna suck, but yeah, it's probably gonna be painful. But MSQ 88 then will probably have us breathe for a bit. Right? Hopefully. Oh boy. Don't answer that, please. The Azams, both mentor and student, are a force to be reckoned with. I find them a delight personally. They have a habit of making Emmett Selk look as if he is a bit down on a sour grape. The problem you present is vexing enough without adding the old Azam into the equation. And she wonders why these lines upon my brow grow deeper, when she herself wields the hammer and chisel. Oh, these two have a past. That's fun. They have a past. Okay. Our last searcher returns. I'm afraid the Aureus no longer has the crystal, nor was I able to find it as I followed in its wake. I don't suppose you fared any better. A scintillizing crystal upon which is stored some manner of esoteric concept. The crystal, well done. Wonderful, now I could focus on your tale without that missing concept nagging in my mind. Have you always had a knack for finding things? Well, maybe. I've been often asked to do so. Oh, you too. Some of us seem destined to always be searching. For ourselves and for others. Long ago when I held the seat of Azam, I was forever trekking back and forth across the star in search of answers to people's problems. Naturally, the need for such journeys had lessened considerably, since I entrusted the position to my whimsical successor. Yet I'm still eager to come running should an old acquaintance or a new interest require my personal attention. That is what brings me to Elpis. In fact, many times have my presence been requested. My opinions sought concerning the habitat of this or that creation. Agreeing to help locate the missing crystal was a minor distraction, which now promises to be a major revelation. How strange and wonderful it is the way one thing leads to another, wouldn't you agree? I like her. Alright. A past, not yet come to pass. But Na's in a cheerful mood. Thank you again for your timely help. Now then, it is time I return to return this stolen property. So pretty, right? Like, she's beautiful. Like, look at her. Like, I love her eyes too. So we got white, blue, lavender, and red. Old Mr. Stinky Pants over there. Thank you again for your timely help. Now then, 'tis time I return this stolen property. If you would go on ahead to my accommodation, I would join you as soon as I have attended to that task. Follow the path straight ahead to the building at the top of the slope. I have the entire place to myself, so we can speak without fear of being disturbed or overheard. Consider it essential to exchange ideas with my colleagues regarding my observation work, not such external stimulation. One has a tendency to lose the forest for the trees, so to speak. I always feel so much better taking a short respite to converse and debate with my associates. What was on the agenda for today? It was observing the abysses here, and after that... The abysses? Oh, it's the chicken. Hello, chicken. Why, hello, you're a familiar, yes? You come alone to survey the grounds of Elpis, have you? Very good. If you have any pressing questions, do let me know. Do my best to answer them. Okay. Let's get that. Aether currents. To the north. Okay. Yeah, it's probably all the way up there that we can't get to. You need to be nervous around Vana. Those white robes mark her as one of the fair and impartial reasoning. Aside from the emissary Elpis, such garb is worn only to those who have stepped down from public office to serve as advisors. Whatever you have to say, she will listen without judgment. I like the lore. Thank you for that. Emmett. Yes, this would be far more comfortable than interrogating you on the side of the road. Alright, Ivanot. Welcome to my temporary abode. Please make yourself at home while I put on some tea. So anyway, you are a giant crystal, and the world is gonna end.
A wonderful aroma. I feel more relaxed already.
Would that I had sweetmeats to offer, but I travel light out of habit. There's plenty of hot water though, so please have as much tea as you like. Now then, will you tell us your tale?
So it all started when I was on a carriage. Yeah. Calamity called the final days has befallen the world. The world has been sundered, broken into shards. So the final days started first, though. This is what happened, like, present day. And then this is what happened after. I am curious about this option, though. Like, I am curious about the sundered ones. Like, I do want to ask this. The world has been sundered, like, technically by you, Vanat. Broken into shards. The world has been sundered, broken into shards.
Why don't you start from the beginning?
It all started with the final days. Then I was on a carriage, and then I went to Ulda. I met the Scions. Then I met Grahatia. He was nice, bit of a dork. Then I stole pants. And then Crystal. Yep. There was La Habrea. Emmett was all by himself. Zodiark perished. Yeah, it's a lot. Then I was sent here.
Preposterous. Utterly preposterous.
While not the words I would have chosen, I too have my doubts. Much of it borders on the incredulous. What of you, Vanar?
Like the entirety of just years and years of just telling them all of this, not to mention the Shadowbringers stuff too, with like what happened with the Crystal Exarch and like the generations with like the calamities too, the 8th calamity with the Black Rose, and then that miraculous method of them trying to save us. Like Shadowbringers itself is a lot to describe too, but along with everything else, jeez. And then you're going to become an
Not knowing the
Elder.
precise details of the first final days, it is difficult to determine the veracity of the tale. Supposing it is all true, I must ask myself why I would do what I did. Why would I feel I had no recourse but to oppose the 14 and create this Hythlo? Circumstances change, of course, but it would not have been an easy decision regardless. No, there must have been a reason. One compelling enough to force me to take such drastic measures. Then there is the Elpis flower, which I said would serve as a guide. That it's of import to your mission is plain, but your presence here leads me to believe that this place also holds significance. But what could it be? What are we meant to accomplish?
Like, I think initially, like, we were here to like, learn more about Dynamis and kind of understand, like, the meaning of, like, how these people turned into these creatures, like, by despair, but how can we save this. Like, the only thing that worked was summoning Zodiark, though, but...
Might it not be simply thus? In the future, whence she came, the final days could not be averted. Mankind has no choice but to flee the star. By alerting us to that eventuality, perhaps you wish to pave the way for other futures.
Theoretically speaking, it is a possibility. Yet if that were my primary objective, I see no reason to guide our friend to Elpis specifically. The capital on Amarot, or even my own home would be more logical destinations.
True, true. I note also that Hythlo did not specify a point in time to which she must return. By this, it may be inferred that it was not critical that we should meet.
Alternately, she had reason to believe that our paths would converge, coincidental though it may seem.
This is quite a puzzle, and we do not have all the pieces.
Hardly any, but we do have one immutable fact. If the final days are indeed as described, they will bring death to all that I hold dear. Yet despite being afforded long years of preparation, the only provisions I could make were for flight. Nay,
Well,
my first and foremost endeavor would be to find a way to forestall the coming doom.
Given that even the 14 failed, mayhap you deemed it impossible.
Nothing is impossible. This I have always believed.
okay. I had to look up forestall because I was a little confused, like, if that meant delay or outright prevent it. It does mean prevent. Yeah, forestall means prevent. Okay, so prevent the calamity.
And if Hythlo is indeed me, she would believe the same.
Listen to yourself. Are you seriously entertaining the notion that you are a messianic figure in some far-fetched tale? Well, I will not. I refuse to accept that our world could be undone by some unforeseen calamity.
We're gonna see that happen very soon, aren't we? And he's gonna be convinced. Like, it's gonna start happening here.
I also take offense to my portrayal as a megalomaniacal madman.
Oh, Tamea, I love you so much describing him as that. Oh, God. I mean, you kind of were.
To sacrifice oneself for the star is a noble act, and I would hold those who gave themselves to this Zodiark in the highest esteem. Yet, you claim I recreated Amarot and populated it with phantoms of our people? A bizarre indulgence that would be insulting to their memory.
Yeah, we probably should have brought that up too. Pot, meet kettle. Yeah.
Worse still, I even invited you there. Literally invited my own downfall. Why would I do something so idiotic and inexplicable? Now, I will allow that the hypothetical task of restoring our world would be daunting in the extreme. The thought of having to bear such a burden for 1,000 lives horrifies me. But I would never forsake my duty. I would never forsake my brethren.
course you wouldn't.
You do not know me. I've had my fill of your fiction. I will return to my duty, and you will not bother me again.
Emmett Selk! Wait!
Yeah, it's a lot to take in.
You've seen much of Elpis already. If you have any observations to share, I should like to hear them.
Hermes and Meteon are somewhat involved, are still somehow involved. Dynamis is the key to all of this. We're gonna go with Hermes and Meteon because they're also players to this game.
Hermes and his creation Meteon, you say? If Dynamis is the self-same energy as Akasha, as it likely seems, then those two may well be at the center of the calamity to come. This warrants further investigation. With that settled, it is time for action. The missing pieces of the puzzle are here, I'm certain of it. And when you find them, the picture my future self has painted will be complete, and you will have your answer. Now suffice it to say, I will aid you in your quest.
Team up.
Have faith. If Emmett Selk is the man Azam described to me, we've not seen the last of him.
Mm-hmm. Wow, okay. I'm honestly surprised that we were able to like actually we actually revealed everything to them. Like even Emmett, like that's so now they know, like if we return to the future though, the present day, then like all of the stuff that we've gone through, they would have that knowledge of what happened. Like we went to the past to tell them all this and they knew. That kind of explains somewhat why they were not just like our enemies with Emmett, but also like there was like more to them than it appeared, especially with like Hythlo and Emmett, and even like Hythlo herself too. Questing with mommy, yeah. Like that's just blowing me away, like right now. Just I love this game so much. I just love how I'm finding it hard to kind of describe it. Like just going through the story here. This story is so good. Okay, I need to collect myself and breathe and eat for a little bit. So I decided I'm gonna take a break here and run ads, and then we'll continue on. I am loving this. I'm really loving this so far. New old friend, yeah. And apparently, from what I could gather, Hythlo is like our ancestor too. Like our unsundered ancestor too. It was planned since Shadowbringers. Wow. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Jeez, like the planning that went into it. But yeah. Hythlo is like our ancestor, Ardbert's ancestor, and all of the heroes that have bonded to us from the calamities. Like there are just moments in this story, like as you go through the story, like once you're done with the cutscene, like you're just sitting here, just kind of like just letting it sink in. Like, wow, that was good story writing. That was that was good stuff. But okay. I'm gonna take a break and get some more water, but we'll be right back and we'll continue afterwards. So be right back. Hi guys, we are back with more Endwalker. This has been really good so far. Like, I'm really enjoying just taking it all in with the story, and still amazed that we actually told them everything of what happened. But yeah, I get the feeling that Emmett, we're gonna reach a point where we're gonna experience the final days here, like the first final days, and that's gonna change Emmett's tune of him ultimately like helping us along the way. Vana, yes, look at her, perceive her. Yes, it is her. She is here. Also, welcome in, Berlanti. How are you today? Received and loved. Yeah. Alright, let's talk to her. Shall we begin our investigations then? I am acquainted with Hermes, of course, but only as a visitor received by the chief overseer of Elpis. Of the man himself, I only know that which is common knowledge. Thus I suggest we fall back on the tried-and-true method of conversing with the locals. The observers who live here can surely tell us more of Hermes and Meteon, and I have a good idea where we might begin. I'm doing alright, very sleepy. How are you? I love your hair. Thank you, thank you. Got a haircut last week, and then I had 4 straight days of work, which was something. And then today and tomorrow finally have days off. And so today just woke up after the long work thing and just decided to finally wash my hair, thankfully. And I didn't want to style it today whatsoever. I just wanted it to breathe out, so it's kind of like this floofy mess right now, but whatever, I don't care. I need to let my hair breathe for a while. But yeah, I've been busy as hell. Like, I've been so busy just working and sleeping, trying to get to work. Yeah. Yeah, fuck styling hair on days off. It looks fab. Yeah, I've been styling my hair, like, for work, and... Oh yeah, I do like my shorter hair. I kind of prefer it, honestly, now to longer hair. But, yeah. Hi, Ivana. See the woman standing in front of yonder building. Her name is, Ismene. She is the one who made arrangements for my stay in Elpis. And from what I recall, she has held her position for quite some time. Chances are she could provide us with some insight. Go on and ask your questions. I'll help with drawing answers if need be, but I leave the choice of topic up to you. You know more of this coming calamity, so I think it's best you lead the conversation. Questions for me? Well, I suppose I have no other pressing duties at the moment. Oh boy, here we go again with this. Yep. Point of view. Greetings, miss. Ismene, my friend here is desperately curious about Chief Hermes, and I was wondering if you might indulge her. Certainly, Mistress Vana. Anything to be of service. What do you wish to know? What kind of person is Hermes? Well, I can only answer from my own experience, but I would describe him as a quiet man, reserved, you might say, and occasionally somewhat poor with his choice of words. His reticent nature, however, does not prevent him from carrying out his duties as chief overseer. The man is a walking archive when it comes to life forms. He can discuss any species in incredible detail. He is the leading authority on concepts with the power of flight. I hope that answers your question. Was there anything else? Do you know Meteon's abilities? How long has Meteon been here? Can I rightfully say, as the chief's personal creation, Meteon has not been subjected to observation and study like other concepts. So one day she was simply there. What do you make of her abilities? I understand she's a highly unusual familiar, able to read emotions and communicate directly with one's mind. Exactly how she was created with the talent, however, is a mystery to me. How did they create her? My apologies, I wish I could explain her nature in more in depth. I have not had the occasion to discuss it with Chief Hermes. Do you trust him? I beg your pardon, I've known Chief Hermes for many years, though I cannot say we're close. He's never withheld information to the detriment of our duties, if that's what you mean. Forgive us, we seem to be very steered off course there. Is there perhaps someone else who could tell us more about Meteon? I feel like Meteon's going to be the key to this somehow, for sure. She's already kind of like shown us she can harness, like, she's an Enteleki. She could harness like the Dynamis power within her. She has a similar expertise with flying concepts and is more eager to discuss the subject. You find him conducting his observation on the banks of the stream, somewhere to the east. Oh, and unless you take particular joy in rambling discourse, suggest you keep your questions concise. Shall keep that in mind. Thank you for your patience and insight. Think nothing of it. If there's aught else you need during your stay, please do not hesitate to ask. Come to me, I think we've taken enough of Eastmean's time. Couldn't have been blessed with a finer master. I'm a minion. Hehe. Oh, there's a fight over there. Our investigation is off to a fine start, wouldn't you agree? From here I propose we split up. I shall continue making inquiries with the resident observers. You could track down the colleague Eastmean mentioned. While I did feel compelled to interject once or twice during that previous conversation, you seem more than capable of drawing forth the answers you seek. All I ask is you watch your footing around the stream. We can meet back here once you finish speaking with this, Tim. We're gonna call him Tim. I love that she has Femme Alazan animations. Also as a Femme Alazan. That makes me happy. Alright. Whoops. Come along, Mr. Beaky. Yes, I am Tim. But please keep your voice down. You'll startle the birds. Alright, yeah. So what is it you wish to speak about? Are you an expert on flying creations? Fellow enthusiast, are you? Well, settle in and we can discuss the finer points of this fascinating craft. My deep, abiding love for avian artistry can be traced back to when I was but a young boy, stricken by the transcendent beauty of a glorious golden-feathered creature my father had designed. It was then and there that I vowed to one day surpass the masterpiece. Blah 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 blah. Tim launches into a rambling and unstoppable discourse. Blah 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 blah. And thus did I secure an observer's role here in Elpis, and at last realize my childhood ambition. Here, the dreams I once dreamed are an everyday reality. in which I find fulfillment through the research and creation of new flying life forms. An abridged recounting of events was doubtless to your disappointment. Is there any specific part you would like me to expound upon? You're hoping for my opinion of Chief Hermes' creations. Then why didn't you say so? We picked the wrong option. The beings which soar through the clouds, majestic and graceful, are ever a favorite of creators. Even now, with so many varieties in existence, the flood of newly imagined concepts continues unabated. What sets the Chief's creations apart, however, is how they benefit for his boundless knowledge of the celestial realm. Birds that climb so high that they disappear from view. Others which traverse the boundless sky in moments, all without riding the currents. I know of none save for he who conceives such marvels. Even we who prize elegance of form above all else are dumbfounded by his genius. Meteon too is a marvel then. My opinion in that matter would be superficial at best. Despite my adoration for Meteon as a concept, I have never delved too deeply into the inner workings of her nature. I know she has a gift for communicating via emotions, but otherwise her abilities are a mystery to me. If Chief Hermes should submit Meteon's concept to the Bureau of the Architect, then will the design be registered for public scrutiny? Analyzing a colleague's creations before that step is frowned upon, to say the least. Of course, if he came to me, a fellow artisan looking for advice, that would be an entirely different story. Do you know of Dynamis and Entelekes? Dynamis and Entelekes. Those terms do sound vaguely familiar. Was there not a flower made here in Elpis which exhibited the properties of one or the other? It must have been centuries since I last heard anyone speak of such things. Has there been a resurgence in interest? No. Why bring up the subject? I'm flattered you saw my insight, but I cannot afford to neglect my duties for the sake of idle chatter. Must return to my observations. Surely you have your own tasks to attend to. I picked the wrong options. Aye aye. I will say though, Endwalker is good, but I think maybe one little gripe, I guess, maybe, is the fact that the music is a bit repetitive in some areas, because this is like what, like the fifth area where we just hear the same music over and over again. It's just me though, like the music here is honestly a bit repetitive, and it's, yeah. Alright. I think Shadowbringers had music for like each of the different areas, but here it's like the same theme I've heard like in 3 of the main areas already so far. At least 3. Hi Vana. Good timing. I finished my own investigations not long ago. Have you any new findings to share? I see, even an expert in the field has little understanding of Meteon's capabilities, let alone an awareness of Dynamis. My questions resulted in much of the same answers. Hermes' colleagues view Meteon as a personal project. Provide no details beyond those which you just told me. Which leads me to believe that the only person with any significant knowledge of Dynamis is Hermes himself. Yes, we made some progress here, but more information is needed if we are to reach any definitive conclusions. "539, witness to this spectacle. Vana is musing over your recent findings. At present, the strongest link we have to the final days is the power of Dynamis, and the Entelekes which control it. Yet most scholars are only vaguely aware of these terms. Bunk. Hi, Turtle. Welcome in. Are you bonking me for the opinion of my opinion for Endwalker's music? Because yeah, I said that some of the music here is a bit repetitive, like in these areas, and I don't know how to feel about it. It's a little repetitive, but welcome in, Turtle. Yeah, most scholars are only vaguely aware of these terms, let alone study them in any depth, except for Hermes, it seems. Thus, I am inclined to stay our current course and learn all we can about the Chief Overseer and his familiar. And on that subject, was there aught else of note you could tell me about Meteon, aside from her unorthodox method of communication? Oh yeah, we learned that she has sisters. She and her sisters were created to journey to the stars and search for intelligent life. There are more like her. She has sisters. I rather wish you'd mentioned that earlier. In any event, would you care to elaborate? Oh, don't worry about it. Welcome in. So these siblings of hers now travel the great expanse in search of deeper meaning. Thank you, though the mystery at hand remains unresolved. I feel you've touched upon a vital clue, one we should keep in mind as we continue. I propose we take ourselves to Peripatetia's crystalline, not far from here. Just follow the path to the west. Alright, let's go. Yeah, we just met Vanat, and I really like her a lot. This tower and the one further along are both parts of that place, PK, the facility where they all archive all of Elpis's observational and testing records. Despite how they appear from the outside, the interior is actually a vast area of magically interconnected spaces, which, while fascinating, is not the reason we're here, is it? I shall cut my architectural lesson short and see what those two archivists have to share. If you could find someone to speak to over at the other tower, I shall join you there anon. So it's basically a nerdy TARDIS. So it's much bigger on the inside. Or more so like a much, much nerdier TARDIS. I don't know, I haven't seen Doctor Who. I honestly don't know where to start with that show. Parapatia Archivist. Oh boy, now what? We disconnecting again? Am I still here? Okay, there we go. Alright, frames did not drop. I saw the chat was disconnecting here, so I got worried a bit, but alright. You have questions for me? Certainly. Just a moment while I conclude my current appointment. Indeed, if you could provide a comprehensive log of those behaviors, we should have then sufficient data for our official records. Now, what was it you wished to speak with me about? The Chief Overseer's personal research project, and by that I assume you mean Meteon. Such undocumented studies are difficult to track. After all, hardly a day goes past without seeing a researcher trailed by one creation or another. I'm afraid I cannot tell you exactly where Meteon appeared, only that she now spends much of her time at Chief Hermes' side. Although I do recall an interesting tale my dearest Galeen shared with me. Galeen is my partner and fellow researcher here in Elpis. She was returning late one night when she caught sight of Chief Hermes sending Meteon heavensward. Ah, heavensward. A host of them. For several days she would speak of that scene with wonder, describing it as one of the most beautiful spectacles she had ever witnessed. This sounds like a story I should like to hear. Mistress Vana, I thought you had already returned to the surface. Permit me to thank you again for your invaluable contribution to our concept placement proposal. Pray, do not mention it. As you say, my original plan was to leave after that task. But I have since become engrossed with Chief Hermes' research. Would you favor me with a retelling of the sight which so delighted your Galeen? Of course, you could hear it from her lips directly if you prefer. At present, she should be observing a subject in Metebaceus thalassae. She does enjoy her time there, watching the sea creatures hunt and play, gazing upon the salty waters of the world's oceans, recreated in such sublime detail. I imagine you must find similar joy in indulging in your boundless curiosity, Mistress Vana. Even though such pursuits must continually and regretfully delay your return to the star. Indeed they do. 'Tis a rest well deserved and long overdue, I should think. How greatly we've prospered for the wisdom you've accumulated during your travels as a Zem. What would Elpis be without your earlier academic work? The theories you developed served as the basis of many techniques still in use today. Man is a creature of contemplation, but nobody embodied that nature as well as much enduring passion as you. I dare say there's not a soul alive more worthy of a return. I shall rejoice the day you depart on your final journey. I will be honored. Shall we take this opportunity to meet with Galeen in person? Yep. Allow me to reconfigure the door to the archives here. I'll take you up to the Skyway and spare you the need to avoid hostile concepts on the ground. Is this a dungeon? That would be most helpful, thank you. It's a dungeon, perhaps. Oh, never mind. The other archivist said not we hadn't already heard, but the story of Galeen sounds promising. I've opened the path to the Skyway. Once you pass through the door, simply walk straight across to the next tower. Ask for admittance to the upper tier. Upon arriving at the upper tier, walk straight across the Skyway and you will find yourself at the entrance to Metebaceus thalassae. Galeen will be eager to share her tale with you, I'm sure. Okay. So his wife, his partner, saw Meteon and her sisters, is what I'm gathering. Like, that's the initial impression, I'm assuming, perhaps. That's kind of what I'm understanding, right? The tower ahead is still part of PK. We still need to ask for passage through the upper tier. Mistress Vana, just passing through. Allow me to prepare the path. If you need further assistance, there's always an observer or two out on the upper Skyway. That door leads to the Dala side, but perhaps we could trouble this person for assistance with finding Galeen. Mistress Vana, I was told not to expect. We would have prepared an official welcome. Please, there's no need for fanfare. I only wish to speak with Galeen, if that might be arranged. Galeen, of course. I'll inform her immediately. She must be engaged in a testing phase. You could be in for something of a wait. Should I let her know your business is urgent? That won't be necessary. This lovely view will keep us occupied until she's ready to receive us. Cutscene.
A delightful breeze and a breathtaking view.
I agree. Yes.
What is it like in the future? Is the world still a beautiful place?
Mm-hmm. As beautiful as ever.
I swear I could hear the glimmer in your eyes and the adoration in your voice. While we wait, will you not tell me about your adventures? Well, not the portentous events which led you here, but the simple delights all your own. By learning about the future world, I may gain insight into future me's plans. But more than that, I have an interest simply as a fellow traveller. Short of going somewhere oneself, there's naught more stirring than hearing another's account.
Yes, there's this man named Hildebrand. All my other mentors were great people. Then I raided with friends using the Echo, which was a lot of fun. Raiding with good friends. I stole that guy's pants. It's a sin. His name was Horschiffant. That reaction to her, like, what were we talking about there?
Incredible. Would that I could have been there to see it. Yours is a harsh and unforgiving world. Yet in spite of this, your brethren hold fast to their virtue. To know that the light of mankind's potential still shines, even in that faraway place, it gives me heart. Thank you for regaling me with your tales. I will treasure every word. As you know, I was once a scholar. And among other things, I sought to understand the workings of the world. What exactly is ether? How formed the laws of nature? Whence sprung mankind? Riddles and mysteries beyond counting. Over the years, I have managed to find answers to some few of them. Yet rather than attain a sense of mastery, the more I understood, the more I came to hold the world and its miracles in awe. We too are miracles, each and every one of us, born of the warm breath of life that traverses the heavens, swirling through eternity. When I fully grasped the improbability of our existence, nothing felt impossible anymore. If it could be imagined, it could be done. A passion swelled within me. An epiphany dispelling all preconceptions of what was natural and true.
She looks so good here with the light. Like, looks really good.
And a presence without. Immense, yet intimate. Fate, perhaps, holding us in its tender embrace. As reassuring as it was intimidating. How keenly aware I became of creation's fragility, built as it is upon precarious happenstance. I was overcome with an irrepressible urge to know the world more intimately, to hear its voice, feel its breath. I ventured forth on a journey that very day, so very long ago now. Freed from presumption and prejudice, I saw the world through a newborn's eyes. Everything fresh and new, and so beautiful.
I love the piano in this song. Yeah, definitely. Like, it's Answers. Like Answers was basically like the theme of like A Realm Reborn, and just like, yeah, it was also the theme that played during a lot of like really bad moments too, but it's a really beautiful song, especially like with the piano version of it. Hi Yolda, welcome in. Fana.
Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before.
This is really interesting too, because like, we didn't know that she was the first Azem. Like, Azem's like duty was to travel the world and meet with people, so that kind of like sticks to me and makes me understand that this is why Hythlo is just so motherly and loving, because she just loves all of her children, basically, because she had that experience as Azem. That's some really good lore right there to flesh out her character a bit more, both Hythlo and Vana too, and Azem. I'm still curious though if we're gonna meet the new Azem, the new Azem. I wonder if we're gonna meet them.
They are my meaning, and my purpose, my love.
Yeah, her people, like, that's why like she loves like her children, basically.
And so long as they need help, I cannot return to the star.
She is, yeah.
Perhaps my future self is still waiting for it. A moment she can let go and walk unto the end. Safe in the knowledge that man will find his own way. You, who are our future, tell me this, and tell me true. Has your journey been good? Has it been worthwhile?
Pray forgive my lateness.
Just in time.
My observation subject was rather irritable, and it took a while to settle it down.
No need to apologize. Your work takes precedence. Besides, we had a pleasant conversation in the meantime.
You're too kind. Now then, I'm told you wished to ask me some questions.
Me, I'm the observation subject.
Indeed. I've an interest in one of Hermes' creations. Meteon. You witnessed a host of them take flight, yes?
Oh, that! Yes, yes, I did. 'Twas in the dark of the morn. I'd left the thalassai after nocturnal observation.
This is Lisa's voice actor. Like, I could hear it.
As I walked along, I spied a bright light climbing high into the southeastern skies. Then, in an instant, it was gone, like a shooting star, only rising rather than falling. But then another shot up, then another, and another. Intrigued, I made my way to the edge to investigate. And who should I spy on an isle to the south but Hermes and Meteon, the Metea, rather. There were lots of them, and I realized they must be the shooting stars that I'd seen.
A dazzling spectacle indeed. Have you spoken with Hermes about this?
Oh, yes. The sight left such an impression on me that I approached him about his mystery project the very next day. Alas, he said that he couldn't reveal anything just yet, that he needed to conduct further tests. It shouldn't be long now, though. He often returns to that isle, and I have a feeling he's nearing a breakthrough.
Time to pay a visit, I guess.
Splendid. We are likewise eager for the details. Well, that is all we wish to ask. Thank you for taking the time to indulge our curiosity.
You're very welcome. It's always a pleasure to speak with other inquisitive souls. Oh, and will you be descending now? If so, I shall link the doors for you.
Please.
Right. So another piece of the puzzle falls into place. From what we learned thus far, I think we could safely conclude that Hermes hasn't been revealing the details of his research to others. Which suggests that either someone will appropriate his discoveries and make use of them, or that Hermes himself will have a hand in causing the final days. Oh. Interesting. Since we have no reason yet to suspect the former, we should consider the latter the more likely possibility. Proceeding under the assumption, our next step should be to divine why, or even if he might desire such a terrible fate upon our star. Okay. So, like, Hermes is the main player here. Let's equip that. Oh. Hi, how you doing? Alright. Damn it. Okay. Sure, we'll just leave that off then, I guess. Worthy of his back, Vana has a new course of investigation in mind. I should like to visit the site from which Hermes sent forth the Metea. If we're fortunate, we might find some hint of what drives this research of his. Galeen said she spotted them in the southeast, rising from an isle she could see from the edge. If we stand at that same vantage point, it should not prove too difficult to locate the isle in question. Let's take a look, shall we? Okay, we're in the sanctuary, so I could change this. So I'm gonna try and do as much MSQ today because I have a day off tomorrow, and I just came from like a long 4 days of work in a row from yesterday. So we're totally gonna be going to story today for sure. Yeah, and as a reminder too, Friday we will do another stream. We will be doing Aether Currents, Blue Quests. I might do some more Bajda afterwards. Honestly, just really excited to be back to stream again after the long 4-day con that I had of work. Like, the work is fine, but it's just 4 days in a row. Now, if I were conducting some mystery research, where would I go? Ah, what about that one? Heavy the means to fly, 'tis quite a distance away. No. Inconvenient, but hardly an insurmountable problem. Yeah, that could be very taxing. Yeah. Like, I'm fine. Like, I do work like 4 out of 7 days, which is fine. But just in a row, though, that's... It does tire you out, for sure. To me, Argos. Woof woof. My friend, would you mind creating a double to create Tamea here over to the island? You are friend-shaped, therefore I will... Huh? Stubborn creature, there's no place on this great star we have not yet together... There's no place on this great star we have not together traveled, and yet he still remains obstinate in the presence of strangers. Argos has rather exacting standards, I'm afraid. You've ridden him before. Ah, your before meaning my after. Not at all confusing that. Interesting. 'Tis certainly not unthinkable. But speaking of the here and now, the quick solution is for us to face off in a sparring match. Excuse me? Demonstrate to him that you are capable of holding your own against me in that. Oh boy. You should convince Argos that you're worthy of his back. And besides, I might teach you a thing or two in the bargain. You seem doubtful, but useful lesson or not, it will certainly be a moment to remember. A memory of the distant past to cherish. What say you, traveler out of time? This is more or less like the main character fighting the first Kenpachi. If you read Bleach, then you have an idea of what that means, because she reminds me of the first Kenpachi, as I kind of mentioned earlier. Kind of spoilers for Bleach, but still. Yeah, she reminds me of one of the captains from Bleach, for sure. Like, she's motherly, she's like beautiful, but she also has a past too, and can also fight and probably F you up too, perhaps. And if this memory turns out to be a bad one, I will do what I must. Choose your battlefield. I admire your confidence. Clear your mind and prepare your weapons. I will await you at the clearing over yonder. Okay. Let us go over yonder. Also, do we have any Bleach fans in chat? Just curious, because I love Bleach. Only one of my favorite animes. Let me see. Can I change here? No, I cannot. Damn it. Alright. We're gonna make a quick pit stop first. Before we go see you. Alright, perfect. The entity is identical to the one you encountered in Mare Lamentorum, except this Argos is pointedly ignoring you. Don't worry, you will love me soon. Ivana, I'm ready. Shall we begin? Be warned, I'll not go easy on you. Let's take a look at her. Sword and shield. Hi, Vana.
Let neither side hold back.
I'm not gonna do anything. Also, that did a lot of damage, holy crap.
My blade sings!
Also, new song. Her HP is not going down. Okay, I should probably take that seriously then. I mean, jeez. Okay. Let's do that again. Normal. Let's stay.
Let neither side hold back.
I'm assuming I have to do a good amount of damage to her before the cutscene changes.
My blade sings!
I guess I have to stay close to her, I guess.
Fireblade sings! Impressive. I shall have to try something different.
Oh my gosh, she changed jobs. Monk. Or a dancer.
No quarter.
That is so cool.
Have a taste.
Okay. Okay. Also, is this Amanda singing? It sounds similar to Shadowbringers.
I see you won't be easily overcome, but neither will I.
Okay, she's a white mage.
Prepare yourself. We've only just begun. Come at me with your all.
Okay, this again. There we are. I'm gonna snooze ads again. Sorry for that.
Very well. Let us move to the final trial.
Oh. Okay. Kill this. Alright, nice. Oh, there's one more. Shit. Okay. Jeez. Siphoning more ether. Active time maneuver.
Break your chains, shed your burdens, and show me your strength of will!
Jeez.
You still stand. The people of your time are more resilient than I had dared hope. I have seen enough.
Jeez. That got me sweating. Holy crap, man. That was a bit stressful, but fun.
'Twas my intent to finish it, but clearly I underestimated you. One would think I never learn. I made the same mistake with Azem when we first sparred. Despite being less than half my age, her strength was astounding. As is yours. 'Tis plain you have weathered considerable hardship. Far more even than your tales would suggest. It seems we have both learned much on our journeys.
Jeez, triple cast saved my ass right there. Like, especially like with the orbs that were coming in closer to her. Like instant casts to get rid of those orbs. Like if I did like normal casts there, it would take forever just to destroy them all, but I did really good with that little mini trial there. JJ, yeah. Woof woof.
Well now, I dare say he has warmed to you.
That was a hard fight. Yeah. Especially as a black mage, but triple cast saved my ass. Woof.
A boon to be sure. He never forgets his favorites, and is ever eager to come to their aid.
Doggy. You are my friend now. Okay. It was a fun fight, but we did it. Alright, I'm actually going to take a break here because I did have to snooze ads for a bit, but we'll come right back and we'll finally ride the doggo and go see Hermes. So I will be right back. Hello, we're back. I had to leave for a while. I'll check out the VOD. This is my favorite part of the game. It's really good, yeah. Like, I love Vana. But now you have a glimpse of why we love Mom so much. Yeah, I could see why. I love her too. Also, we have a new friend. Or new old friend. But welcome back. Yeah, we just, Vana really is a good fighter. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna spoil what happened earlier, but that was a lot of fun for sure. Alright, let's eat our food and talk to Mom again. Argos will soon have us standing on the very spot where Meteon made their departure into the night sky. With luck, we'll learn something of Hermes' intentions. My hope is that we find no connection, no festering wish for oblivion. Then we might have Hermes and his considerable expertise working for us rather than against us. Question mark, question mark, question mark. A flower upon your return. Vana has Argos and is double at heel. Let's see. Oh, whatever. I could see it here. No need to zoom out. Let us move over to the edge before mounting, shall we? Now allow Argos to catch the currents rising up from below and give us a smooth ride over to the isle. Right. But yeah, I really do like the this part of the game, like, so far. It's definitely, like, one of my favorites so far. Like, it's definitely up there. Like, it's inching closer and closer to being, like, one of my favorite parts of Endwalker. Climb onto Argos' back and we can be off. You know, I honestly cannot remember the last time he carried anyone but me. Argos motions to his back with his muzzle. You've been given the go-ahead to hop on. Yes. Whee! Isn't this pleasant? Argos certainly seems to think so. We're riding on a doggo with, Mom. Now, what was the name of that tree? Noah something? Noah foreign. Quite a striking specimen, is it not? It's my favorite single part of the game. Heavensward as a whole is still my favorite. This part is a hard carry for Endwalker being my second. I can definitely see why. Brace yourself for the landing. I wouldn't want you tumbling off at the last moment. How did it go? It was fun. I won. It was challenging, yeah.
Quite a small place, lacking even the most basic equipment.
First try? Okay, first try, sure.
The present may yield no clues, but we may yet try perusing the past. Have you done this before?
Well...
So you cannot control the power freely. Worry not. I shall assist you. Come and stand before me.
It has a reputation of being quite difficult. I switched to easy for it. Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm excited to see, like, other players', like, perspective on it.
There are two ways to see the past. The first entails peering through the walls of the soul in the moment a subject is recalling a memory. The second requires no subject, and is instead a process of piecing together an event from ripples left in the ambient ether.
My frames are dropping. One sec, guys. I'm not gonna continue. Yeah, I'm dropping frames. Okay, it's back to green. Alright, how are we? Are we still good? Hi. Yeah, it went red for a bit, but I think we're good now. Hi, hello. That was very nerfed from what I could see. The orbs used to increase way more her gauge. Oh, I didn't even see the gauge. Oh, wow. There I am for paying attention. I did not see the gauge. I was like, no way. She will first try. But then she did with 40% gauge to spare. I did not see the gauge. I was too busy trying, like, to avoid the AoEs and try, like, to triple cast everything, but But okay, first try. Okay, I think we're good now. I only dropped a few frames there. The second requires no subject, and is instead a process of piecing together an event from ripples left in the ambient ether. As memories are etched... Is it delayed again?
As
think it
memories
is.
are etched upon the ether of the soul, so too are they etched upon the ether of the world. In this way can history be preserved. Such memories are given to fading, however, and can prove challenging to visit. Let us try. Close your eyes.
I don't like this. Do I need to reset the game again? I probably need to. Yeah, I feel like something big is going to happen here, so I probably have to, just to sync the game up, I probably need to reset again. Oh my god, we're running into all sorts of technical issues today. I'm so sorry about that. It kind of fixed itself. The frames dropped, yes. It's back to normal, but now the dialogue is delayed, which I kind of don't like. It happened before, too. Oh, fuck me. I'm probably gonna have to buy Endwalker again and play it on the computer, but... Okay. I think I do need to close here, so I'm sorry about this, but... Alright, let's just get back to this again. I will do this in editing. I'm definitely going to, It's not horrible. It'll be okay to continue through this cutscene. Okay. As long as, like, nothing, like, big happens. The internet has been all funky lately. I think it's the, probably. I did disconnect a few times, earlier. But if you say so, then.
All units fully functional and proceeding on course towards their respective stars. Estimated time to completion of survey is 108 cycles. End of status
Yeah, but the
report.
thing is, though, it takes like
7
6 seconds
connection
for
with
the,
shared consciousness.
for the thing to catch up the voice.
Did you hear that, Hermes?
It is delayed on
All
my
is
end, because I think it's the PlayStation. Is it? Really? It's synced for you guys?
Yes. Good tidings at long last.
I'm gonna mute for a second, listen in.
Every step of the way, I've been reminded how little we understand creation. How the universe defies imagination.
That is weird. It's synced for you guys, but not me. But okay.
But soon we won't need to speculate. We'll know the answers. what others live for.
Indeed. And we'll owe it all to you and your sisters.
I wonder what answers we will get.
Whatever intelligent beings that exist out there are bound to be vastly different from us. Diverse in form and culture, possessed of unique ways of thinking. Their conception of life and its purpose will be no exception. Completely and utterly unlike ours.
Utterly unlike... how?
I have no idea. Yet whatever answers we receive, I will not dismiss them out of hand. No, I will think earnestly on them all. And I will share them with our people, that together we may contemplate our own existence. Perhaps then our star will become a better place. Not only for man, but for all life. Meteon, though I gave you wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet, learn to walk and run and so much more. And when you return, older and wiser, we will have a celebration to mark your homecoming and coming of age both.
I'll get back to chat here. I'm trying like to absorb it here.
Will there be apples covered in syrup?
And how
She
are you
really does
supposed
love
to
them
eat them?
apples.
Rather than food, perhaps... a flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a
When you return, I'll
beautiful
give you a
flower.
beautiful flower. Is that the capture card is bottlenecking? We'll keep up with the capture, it's delaying the output feed. Possibly. That might be it. Like, if it sounds fine for you
So,
guys, then
What is
hopefully
your
the VOD
opinion?
will, when I look back at the VOD, it will be, better. Okay, let me just, see. Let's try this. Okay, so it still sounds delayed on my end. Yeah, probably watch it again at the end later. When we do another break, Jesus. Okay. It's kind of taking me out of it a little bit, to be honest with y'all. So, let me see. Okay. Just gonna look back and reread, what happened. Alright, let's see. Okay, so her sisters went on a journey. You'll learn from those you meet. You learn to walk and run from so much more. Older and wiser will have a celebration to mark your homecoming with a coming of age birth. Let's see. Yeah, sorry, that kind of just took me out of it. Like, the delay on my end is really annoying. I'll be honest, I kind of want to redo that entire thing all over again, just because. Like, if that's okay with you guys, I want to like take that all in again, because I'm kind of hoping that the game will not. I think it is better. Better to reset then. Like, I'm just worried that this is not gonna put me like right at the beginning again, since we just went through like a cutscene there. Okay, I'm sorry about this. I want to reset here. Okay, so we'll reset here. I will do a lot of editing on the VOD, which, oh boy. That's fine. Okay, I'm gonna be right back here. I'm still gonna be here. I'm just gonna reset and reset the game. And yeah. Yeah, your experience is what matters the most. Yeah, it's taking me out of it. I have to watch it again. So let's be right back.